All right. So we're here for racial justice. We're here to speak out. One of the things that I'm proud about being a part of the ACLU is getting to work with great colleagues, people that work here in the State House like Gavi and Ann Lambert, and also the people that are out there grinding in the streets and making the connections with community organizations and activists that are doing the real frontline work. And that's what's feeding us the information that we have when we do our advocacy in the State House. That's who's feeding us the information when we take on major law reform lawsuits. And so now I'd like to bring to the podium my colleague, my comrade in arms, Carl Williams. Let's give it up for Carl Williams.
Thank you. I want to thank the Black and Latino Caucus and the Women's Caucus, the Progressive Caucus, and also I want to, in a little bit of a Venn diagram, some people behind me I think are on all three of those, right? So shout out to the progressive women of color, right? And Rahsaan said, my comrade in arms, you're going to get the NRA folks all excited. If you say, we're going to see over there, and you're going to get all riled up. It's dangerous in here. So I just wanted to speak very briefly because there's a lot of folks with some powerful things to say. But Sheriff Tompkins got loud, so I'm going to bookend that and get real quiet. And just say it real quiet and slow. Because in this struggle, right, and not the struggle that is Black Lives Matter that has taken place over the last couple of years, but in the struggle for racial justice in this country that has existed since the founding of this country, before the founding of this country, when our Native brothers and sisters were struggling for their rights and their existence, right? The essence of that struggle, the essence of the Black Lives Matter struggle, can be boiled down into a few very simple words. And it's this: we get free, right? People are struggling to be free. Black people are struggling to be free in this country. Women are struggling to be free in this country. Gender non-conforming, LGBTQ people are struggling to be free in this country. And I'll tell you something, this isn't part of the thing I was going to say, because it just happened like 20 minutes ago. When I walked up to this building, someone outside from behind my back shouted something at me. Some racist stuff, right? Assumed who I was, assumed what my politics were, assumed the reason why I was here. I think they're right over there. Actually, right now, that person is right over there. And what that points to is not a problem, particularly with policing in our country, right? The person wasn't a police officer, not that I know. It's not a problem with the laws in our country, because there wasn't a law that says he could. I work for the ACLU. That person is fully allowed to say that. And I'm fully allowed to say anything I said back. Some people here know me. They won't imagine what that was. But there's children, I'm not going to say. No, I wasn't. I just told them some political things. But in that, we need to change the culture of this country, right? Part of that, and I saw my coworker Gavi Wolf in the audience, part of that is legislative change. We need to be up in here with our legislators. We need to be up in here with the governor. We need to be in our city halls, in our police departments, talking about changing the rules and changing the structure. We also need to be in our courts. And Matt Seeley, the legal director of the ACLU, is here, and we're doing that work in the ACLU. We need to change the laws in this country. But more than that, but using those two things as part of that, we need to change the culture in this country, right? That assumes Black people are dumb. That assumes Black people are thugs. That assumes LGBTQ people are freaks or weird or deviant, right? That's what people think in this country many times, the less enlightened of us, right? And we need to change that. That Latinx folks are somehow, they're undocumented, or they're lazy, or they snuck across a border. That they're stealing even the word our, they're stealing our jobs, right? That's a culture change that needs to happen in this country. And we need to use, and I'm going to say weapons, we need to use every weapon that we can to lovingly change that part of our country. And part of that is us today. Part of that is, loving our brothers and sisters from the NRA and from Goal over here, who are a little bit, got some interesting ideas from what I heard from someone walking in and what they said to me. But we need to talk to those people, and we need to say, look, we're all part of this country, citizens and non-citizens, right? Coming together and challenging the culture of this country, working for racial justice, and getting to a day that all of us can really feel like